Hey everyone, do you ever get to the point in your life where you sometimes feel depressed or maybe all the time depressed? Well, if that's the case, we tend to go our ups and downs. At times we're happy, other times we're not. And I feel like I need to do this video for the sake of it. Uh, Feeling depressed sucks. It really does because it makes you feel like you haven't accomplished anything, or it makes you feel like you're a loser, and especially if you feel like you're antisocial or you don't have a social life because you don't have any friends. One a subscriber of mine, Kevin Miles, I remember sometime, I think last week or something, he was telling me that he had a girlfriend and he was happy, but then she broke up with him. And I think Kevin said she broke up with him because she didn't think it wasn't going to work out or whatever. I remember he wasn't feeling like himself. I mean, obviously Kevin was hurt. And Kevin, I felt bad that you were hurt. And I think he said something about he wanted to commit suicide, not be on his plan anymore. Just the other day, I think yesterday, he told me he's feeling much better. And I'm glad Kevin is feeling better. Kevin, first of all, I'd just like to say I'm sorry that you and your girlfriend didn't work out. But, there's always other women that hopefully you'll find and fall in love with. And hopefully that next woman will become your girlfriend. Hopefully your ex-girlfriend, you and guys are in a good place. Your relationship is good. Hopefully you guys can still be friends and whatnot, and you don't have bad blood. If people have like been in a relationship with a man or a woman or a boy or a girl, and then come to find out they end up breaking up with that person, sometimes people may feel like they did something wrong, they're a loser, and they feel like they need to physically harm themselves to ease the pain or whatever. It can especially happen if you've been dumped more than once. Like, you keep getting a relationship with the person you think is right for you, then all of a sudden all hell breaks loose. You get dumped the second time, then you try again, third, fourth, fifth. I myself have experienced some depression at times. I've been feeling a little depressed, especially like a couple weeks ago. I was feeling overwhelmed at the time as the two field trips were approaching, especially the second field trip. The first field trip was a half a day field trip where the students would have to come in the morning at 8 o'clock. It would be over until like, I think it was 12:30. I felt embarrassed because I was pretty much the only one that didn't make it. But then come to find out Monday, Ashley, a classmate of mine in the class, she went to the first field trip, but she had like a nervous breakdown. And apparently Ashley, she happens to unfortunately have a nervous breakdown whenever she has a hard time trying to figure out or solve certain things, that it just caused her to have a breakdown. And I felt bad for her. I even told her, "Hey, I'm sorry you had to go through that." And she says, "Well, it's okay. I was born with it. I was always like that." I mean, yeah, you say that, but, I still feel bad for you. She did show up to the first field trip, but she couldn't complete it. So I'm so glad that we did the makeup assignment Monday together. The second field trip, the students had to get up really early in the morning, and they were gone for like almost all freaking day. Like, they were gone from 7:30 to like, they didn't get back to like almost 6 o'clock. And all I did was just do a lot of walking and stuff as they did their assignments. I couldn't go because, first of all, I don't have my own car to drive. I got a driver's license, but right now I just don't have my own car to drive. I'm sure there are other people who have their driver's license but don't have their own car to drive either. But I had to go pay taxes. Woo, taxes. Boring. Nobody likes paying taxes. I still wish I was there with my classmates. I imagine myself being on a field trip. I felt overwhelmed even after the field trip was over that Saturday, that I needed to talk to somebody. So I figured out to go to Student Life at the OCC campus in Auburn Hills, Michigan. I talked to a woman named Stephanie. She's some vice president of some club, and I just had to talk to her about it. And I actually felt better because I needed to talk to somebody. I mean, it would have been nice to talk to my classmates, but when can I ever have enough time to talk to any of my classmates when You know, there's the SI sessions, and then during class we can't talk because the teacher is talking and going over this and that. And after class, they go home, or they have another class to go to, or they go hang out somewhere else before they actually go home later, or they got to go to work. I don't have any friends. Growing up, I mean, I had friends I was cool with in elementary, middle school, and high school. Since I've been in college, I've never made any friends. I've always got along with my classmates. I just hope that I will get some friends, especially since this semester is almost over with. I mean, I see my classmates as my friends anyways in this geology class, and it makes me feel good to see them every time I go to class. Happy, you know, sharing some laughs. But now I'm just afraid to ask any of my classmates if we can keep in touch as friends, because I'm afraid that it's not going to work out. Here's my thing. If you happen to feel depressed, maybe you want to try to talk to somebody at school. If you're in college right now, whether it's community college or university, you know, talk to some people, like go to Student Life or a counselor, whatever, and talk about your problems. If you happen to go through a depression stage, there's also your friends and your parents. That's if you feel like talking to your parents about it. If you're not comfortable talking to your parents about it, or even your friends, talk to somebody else, whatever makes you feel comfortable. I see my subscribers as my friends too. You know, I always say I love my subscribers. I love you guys, man. Man, you the best. You really are, man. And I appreciate you guys sticking by me, especially with this YouTube channel. I don't know what I would do. I swear. Also, check out the link in the description box. There's this video. It's titled "I've Got No Friends." It's a parody of the theme song from the TV show Friends. And the guy is doing a parody of the Friends theme song with his own lyrics, but it's about him being depressed. And when you see the video, you'll see a picture where the title says "I Got No Friends," and you see Ross crying, holding a flute. It's from that one episode where Ross was crying. I think it was probably from season 10, I believe. If you watch that video, you can relate to it.